Good morning, everyone. It's Jen here from Tarot Spirit. Thank you so much for joining me. It's early in the morning in Vermont, and it's pouring rain. It's kind of nice actually. But I'm all bundled up in my sweatshirt and comfy clothes, having some coffee, and it's just about 6 o'clock in the morning. So first, I wanted to thank everyone who subscribed. I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm blown away, and thank you so much for supporting me. I'm just having a great time with this channel, and the fact that some people out there enjoy it and watch is just incredibly cool. So in order to um, thank you guys, I'm going to do a free reading giveaway. So all you need to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment that you would like to be entered in the drawing, because not everyone would be interested in a reading. So just make a comment that you'd like to be considered for or entered into the free reading giveaway, and I will probably draw the winner um, like next Saturday, I would say. So I'll give you guys a week. Um, and just quickly before I get started with this week's reading, I wanted to dedicate this reading. My friend's father passed away suddenly this week. And I know last week the reading was had a strong message about legacy, and just remember to call your loved ones, especially if you've been meaning to and you haven't, because you never know what can happen. Okay, so we are doing the reading for the week of July 19th. And I'm going to use the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. And I think I'm going to do a freestyle spread. I started the August monthly readings, and this is a little bit different than I usually do. This is more of like a reading I would do for myself. It's just to sort of lay out a few rows of cards and go from there. The bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. This has come up quite a bit lately, it seems like. This card is all about just about that the world and life is cyclical, and there's ups and downs. And, sometimes you're on top, sometimes you're on the bottom. But I think this Barbara Moore's deck here depicts it really well, because everyone's has their arm in the center of the wheel, and if you can learn to live in the middle of the wheel, you're not as susceptible to the ups and downs. You're able to stay centered and ride it out without it making such a big impact on your life. And I know, like, you want to celebrate the highs a lot, but it's a card about acceptance and staying grounded and centered as life swirls around you, and knowing that you are a calm in the middle of the storm that we call life. And it's from within you. It's not allowing external forces to affect your life so much. Okay, so let's see. We have the Eight of Swords. Sorry for the glare. I didn't want to turn on a light because it's nice. The High Priestess. The High Priest. We have another 8 in the first row, the Eight of Pentacles. I don't usually necessarily do these by rows, but just what's coming to mind right off is this is my card about denial. we haven't been facing something, we haven't been dealing with something, we just kind of want it to go away. Or we've just been telling ourselves that everything's fine, or, it's, we've been deluding ourselves. We've been in denial about something. This card's interesting because in this deck, it's like she wants to cut free, but she hasn't quite yet. So I feel like with the High Priest showing up, which is the Hierophant, that for me, this card is all about where you find your spiritual inspiration. I mean, traditionally it's about tradition, but for me, it's really a card about where you find your spirituality and the lessons you learn that help you grow as a person. So I feel like someone, some situation, someone, and it's usually honestly unexpected. I mean, sure, you can listen to there, there's tons of amazing spiritual teachers out there, but it could be like the person next to you in the grocery store, your child. um, be on the lookout for just little things that someone says that kind of trigger something in you, to finally cut that cord and let go of this is your own mind keeping you trapped somewhere. And if you can do that, I really like this. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So this card is all about being present, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune in a way. They kind of share a similar message. This is to do something and find something that when you're doing it, you're absolutely present in what you're doing. Your mind isn't racing. You're not, worrying about the 10 other things you have to do or what someone said to you, excuse me, on the bus this morning, or what your boss, piled more work on top of you and things like that. You're just completely engrossed, and it can be anything. Some people will find that when they go running or when they're in the garden, or, it can be anything when they're knitting, I don't know. So use that tool, or it could be meditation, to ground yourself and to help. When I feel like when you're doing this activity that brings this mindfulness, that thing that person said, you're going to have that moment where you're going to cut that cord and realize you need to move to take action and break free of your self-imposed restrictions. And these are self-imposed. No matter how much you try to make it seem like you're trapped, you're not. You are not. Look, and then we have some love coming through here. Let's look at all of these. Temperance, back to the wheel, balance. Oh, and the Knight. Huh. So once we can break free of these self-imposed restrictions that are all in our heads, and we're kind of, this theme has come up recently too. We're sort of minding our own business here. We're not like, I want to meet someone, I want to this, we're sort of living our lives authentically, doing what we love, and just being in the moment. And somehow when we do that, it magically opens up room for other like-minded people, are somehow, I swear, drawn to us. It's very attractive when you're kind of engrossed in doing your thing that is your creative outlet, and your way of staying present and connected, and just being in the moment, and kind of minding your own business and focused on what your interests are and what brings you happiness. It makes you attractive to other people. Temperance is all about balance. It's very, again, similar to the wheel. We're getting this message over and over, which the cards are doing just to bug me, because I always like, oh, of course, temperance, I know. Be balanced, be balanced. But it's so true, because when I am being balanced and, getting a good night's sleep, mornings like this, I had a great night's sleep. I'm up early and I'm just so happy and peaceful being able to have this quiet time and do my readings and spend some me time and some meditation time. And it just, it just starts the day out on such a positive note. And when you start the day out positive, your whole day is going to be more positive. If you start the day out grumpy and late and tired, and then you most likely that's going to follow you throughout the day. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Someone's coming to offer you something. Someone wants a piece of that, a piece of that balance, that calmness, that acceptance that you will walk around with once you sort of become your authentic self and get rid of all the reasons why you can't. Well, I can't because I have to have my job. I have the benefits, I bring in the income. I can't possibly, become a yoga teacher or teach art because I need my 9-to-5 job that I don't really like anyway. What are the things we tell her? I have to stay in this relationship. I can't make it on my own. I can't take dance lessons. People will laugh at me. What are the negative things you tell yourself? We all do it. I can't start our YouTube channel and do tarot readings. It's ridiculous. But I'm having a blast doing it. So, you know what? You got to go for it. And you're going to open yourself up to, some like-minded people that are going to support you. And I'm going to see what the next card is, because I want to see what he's all about. But sorry. Knights are about change, and change in the suit that they're in, which is cups, which is emotion. So by breaking free, you're going to bring in more, a change in your emotional status for the better. Two of Pentacles. You're going to have this tug between your spiritual side and feeding your soul and reality. That's what's going on here with this Eight of Swords versus the versus the Eight of Pentacles. It's like the Eight of Swords is your mind saying, what you have to do, and the Eight of Pentacles is like what your soul wants you to do. And it's a tug of war, and it's a struggle, and maybe you have to juggle a lot trying to I didn't just quit my job and start this YouTube channel. I'm still working, and I'm still going to school, and I still, so it's a lot going on. But who knows? Maybe I'll be able to slowly transition, and maybe not. I don't know if I'll be able to quit my job and not have to work as much, or be able to, who knows? But you have to sort of start somewhere. You have to start this endeavor, and it may make things a little busy for a while. The Four of Pentacles. Sorry, the glare. And the Ten of Wands. It's interesting. I think we're going to we, we cut the cord. We're going to sort of have this moment where we're going to sort of cut the cord and let go of those negative thoughts that are holding us back. And we're really going to feel good about things, but then life's going to get kind of busy. We're going to be worried about our finances or that we have too much going on. We're just going to be feeling overwhelmed. So I feel like what this card is saying is that I think in order to add something to our lives, we need to cut some things out, or we're going to feel we're overburdened. And in order to bring in this balance that we're seeking, we have to let some things go. And our brain may not want us to do that. Well, you've worked so hard to get here. Well, is it making you happy? Is it fulfilling you? Like I said, my friend's dad was just killed instantly in a car accident this week. Done, gone. That's it. That's it. So, we never know how long we have. And you may have to make some big changes. You may be like, you know what, I have a master's degree, a PhD, and I'm doing this, but it's not making me happy. And maybe I have the car and the house and everything, but maybe we need to downsize and move and pursue what is going to feed my soul, because I can't imagine, then again, if you're happy, your whole life is going to be happy. So if you're just unhappy at the moment, it's probably affecting every part of your life, including your relationships. I think this spread is pretty big. It's really challenging us to cut out the things that are unnecessary and that are not feeding our soul. And I'm just very focused on this Eight of Swords, because even though it's almost the only negative, we only have a couple sort of challenging cards. This can block everything. Our denial, our own minds, our own mental blocks. They're the cause of most of our problems, is ourselves, basically. I know it is for me. That's why I can talk about this so easily, because I know firsthand. The cards have really been challenging us the last couple of weeks to really examine things, examine our lives and where we're going. And I did a reading for someone yesterday, and the Chariot came up, and I feel like there's a Chariot energy here. And the Chariot teaches us that, we can either go along for the ride in life, or we can take the reins and steer our own course. And so I think the question we need to ask ourselves is, are we just tied to what life is sort of throwing at us and reacting to it? Or are we going to cut the cord and move forward with purpose for what we want to attract into our lives and what's feeding our soul? It is centered around temperance. It is centered around balance. And the High Priestess. I keep saying the High Priest because they have, instead of the Hierophant, they have the High Priest. We're looking for guidance. And remember, it can come in unusual places. But we have some nice cups energy here. we have support, and we're struggling to kind of find our boundaries. Our This is, what, how much of one thing, not enough of the other. How are we going to sort of juggle these things to make them a reality? It's tough. It's a super busy world we live in. But the biggest thing is we're going to have to prioritize and cut out some of these things that are unnecessary. So I'm going to pull a power thought card. These are fun. And I'm using the Silver Witchcraft Tarot by Barbara Moore. These usually fly out of the deck, but oh, there we go. I release all criticism. Yeah, this is the Eight of Swords. We are our biggest critics. Let's see what it says. I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. And this is sort of that idea of, first of all, releasing ourselves from our negative thoughts, right? And then the Wheel of Fortune and just trying to live in acceptance and the temperance and balance, and realizing that if we're in a very positive frame of mind and centered, and we can rely on ourselves to be an anchor for ourselves and a calm in the middle of the storm, that's what we will attract. Again, these good emotions and support from other people. So another message of temperance and balance this week, and not holding ourselves back. I think we hold ourselves back sometimes by being so, by just being so busy and overburdened and having so many things to juggle. It's sometimes an excuse for, well, I can't do that. I can't. I'm too busy. I have all this stuff. It's too much. I can't do it. But I think we can sort of trim the fat of our lives and allow time for us to focus on ourselves and feel better, and that just will benefit everyone around us. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching the reading today. Don't forget, if you would like a free reading from me, to please comment below that you would like to be entered in the free reading giveaway. I hope you have a lovely week, and I am working on the August horoscope specific monthly reading, so I hope to have those up. I have one more week of work, then I'm on vacation for 2 weeks, so I should be able to get them up maybe next weekend. So look out for those, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.